the background noise, like of a hum or the refrigerator, something that's making a noise that you have integrated, that when it stops, you go, ah, oh, that would be the analogy. We have a tension inside of us that we create because of expectations, oh, I've got Spanish going on. So just conditioning, you suppose certain things will occur. So that creates a tension. Imagine pulling in each direction. And holding something in tension. Your inner tension can be held, most of us, between 4 and 5 core positions inside of you are holding that tension. And they show it's like a trampoline, right? It's those 4 or 5 structures are like the coils that keep the cloth tense. There we go. So we're going to choose in everyone's consciousness the first one, not the most intense. We're going to choose consciously or unconsciously the first structure that we can let go of. It's a deep belief. What I'm hearing basically is nothing really goes my way. I intend it, I ask for it, and when it happens, it's like I'm pleasantly surprised, but I don't really believe it, so I create a tension. Hopefully that sounds correct. So quantum consciousness, can you see where I bought into that idea? Why? I might have high hopes, but keep my expectations low. Create this dance within my consciousness to be okay. Quantum consciousness, can you see that? Can you see where that conditioning came from? If it's ancestors, like the family tree, or just timeline, understanding, or both. Can my consciousness open up the files as if the files were corrupted? And things like, I want, never gets, don't get your hopes up. Okay, can you see where that tension is in the body? The lower, like below the solar plexus, is quite tense on a group level, like a nerve in the intestines. or in the abdomen. There we go. Can you see how I hold that tension in the body? Can I allow myself to let it go? Can I allow my authentic self to step into the space? And any identity like the, I don't know, the poor me or downtrodden or any identity that's out of balance, can it come back in? To create that authentic self. There we go. Quantum consciousness. Can you see that being integrated? Doing a timeline jump, a quantum jump to create a new future from the present moment. Choosing different realities. Comfortably. There we go. Quantum consciousness. Can we create a complete story change? Can we become fully aware of how that position is pulling in a direction, and then by letting go, what is the fear that when I let go, what will happen? If you can name it, that's fine. If you can't, your quantum consciousness will find it. If I held myself in that position, what is the fear that arises when I let go of that position? Quantum consciousness, can you see it? Can you see how that is the structure and the belief system where I've created the acceptance of that noise, of that tension? Yeah. Okay. Can you see that being let go lovingly, peacefully? Can you see me choosing different things, going on a higher frequency journey, enjoying the relaxation and the new possibilities that arise? Okay. There you go. We're going to choose the next structure that is holding tension. It's as if it's something to do with the observer, as if I'm not paying attention, if I haven't got my finger on the pulse a little bit. So it's I'm doing something, even if you're not. I should be doing something, right? So that can come from lack of trust. So quantum consciousness, where is the belief that I need to do something to receive something, or to be lucky, or create a change in reality? So that's a concept, and it's just a supposition. And if it's not challenged, so it's, can you see what Anja is talking about, or something similar, my version of that? Can you see how I believe? Because I've been taught, we were taught to focus, pay attention, be aware. But that becomes more like an awareness, like a frightened deer, rather than being aware like a peaceful being. Quantum consciousness, can you see what I'm talking about? Yes, there it is. There's a tightness in below the heart chakra. So it's more solar plexus in the back. Can you see? This is at a group level. You might be feeling it somewhere else. But can you see how that tension is held in the body? How I hold that tension? How I might even wish for it to release. And they're saying, but we don't know how. So quantum consciousness, can you see me learning how to release this, incorporating the new abilities, the new awareness? And the relaxation of, I will see what I need to see if I need to see it. I will know what I need to know when I need to know it. There we go. Can you feel quantum consciousness, how that is releasing on a body level the tension that's created? The analogy of the motor in the refrigerator. Really. Okay. And you see where I bought into that structure, how it's supposedly keeping me safe. So the fear of letting it go, can you see where that is in consciousness? Very much learnt behavior. Can you see where I learnt it and who I learnt it from? Okay, so now the tension has gone to the front of the body in the heart chakra. There we go. And can I allow myself to release this from my consciousness? Can you see me timeline jumping, creating a new reality from today onward? And we integrate the personalities out of balance and bring the authentic self into the active experience. And I become aware of how this is releasing. And because it's releasing, what is it bringing up inside of me? Enthusiasm or doubt or expectations. Okay, can we bring the energy up? Now that we've released these two structures holding that conditioning, that basic position in place, what I'm used to, the uncomfortable, comfortable, the comfortable, uncomfortable. Okay. Quantum consciousness, can you choose another core structure holding this position in place? This tension that I'm used to. That the analogy is the motor of, or a noise that I've become accustomed to. There you go. So now they're saying this is just consensus. So there's a baseline consensus, and then what we do with it is a step further or not. But this is apparently core human behavior. So it's on a consensus level. We're born into a place, I would imagine, if you were born into, let's say, an ashram, and there's no war or there's no bickering or nothing, maybe you would not pick up this consensus conditioning for a while, but then the personality would be did I say something wrong? And then the tension comes back in. But just by being in consensus, everyone's motor is running. So it's as if we do the same thing. They say that's why it's so nice to be by yourself or by like-minded people out in nature. That's the closest thing to where the hum can drop. Okay, so quantum consciousness. Can you see what we've identified as a consensus acceptance within our structure? Now, this is in the kidneys and the kidney area on a group level. Can you feel the tension? Mm-hmm. Can I disconnect from that consensus? Can I allow myself to do that? Be different, be authentic self? And let's open up the Akashic records, the quantum Akashic records, and see if in any lifetime there's been this core basic survival hum going on in the background. Can we identify it? Oh, yeah. There we go. Okay. Very good. Can we release it from all aspects, in every aspect of our consciousness, our quantum consciousness, and allow ourselves to be freer and freer? Can you see me making those choices and timeline jumping in from my present moment into the future? Can you see me making different choices, more aligned, higher frequency choices? Okay. Quantum consciousness. Can we choose another core structure? Okay, so it feels like karma, and they're saying it's like lifetimes of frustration. Like you had I don't want to call it a mission because it's not a life chore. You chose to learn something, and maybe life got so complicated that you got distracted and didn't learn it. So it's as if you're playing the game of life over and over and over again. And it's as if like there's a certain, I want to call it disappointment or frustration. Well, feel into it and see what you make of it, as if, and again, it's the underlying hum, right? So it's not present the whole time, or it is, but maybe I'm not aware of it. So the happier I am, the less I hear the hum, but it's the hum is there. So even if it's not there, just whatever the closest thing is for you. Quantum consciousness, can you see what I'm trying to say? There we go, yes. So can we, oh, there we go. That is really nervy in like the lower belly. So whatever that is, and it creates a whole tension, like not way in the back of your body, but like 3/4 in the way back, all the way up to the back of the lungs, and a tension. So quantum conscious, that frustration or that annoyance or the futility, see which one rings truer, all of them. Can you see where that's sitting in the body? Sitting in my consciousness. How I didn't even realize it was there because I'm so used to it. It's like a dull pain that you get used to because it's not as bad as a sharp pain. Quantum consciousness. Can you see me allowing myself to let it go? Allowing myself to choose a beautiful, expansive life. Can you see where that's creating tension in my consciousness? Okay, so they're saying sometimes we create tension, like, so we get out of there. It's like we don't like what we've created, so we make the conscious choice of, I'm not doing that again. Why would we do that? So quantum consciousness, can you see me making the choice out of light and not out of conflict? So it is learned behavior. It says if you ate something rotten and you got nauseous and sick and ill and vomiting and had a really bad reaction, you say, right, I'm not doing that again. It's as if I create a negative tension so I can shoot myself forward. Can you see why that is how it is in your consciousness? Or a more positive analogy could be, because if you're a tree and you're growing under another tree, you will pull out towards the sun, but that creates that you need to modify your natural growth process. It's as if I have to redirect, make an effort. Okay. Whatever that is, quantum consciousness, can you just release it from the body, from the mind, from the emotional body, and the spiritual? Can you release the tension that I accept within myself, which is the underlying hum of tension? There you go. It's something that I've accepted through lifetimes. So karma dharma, can we release that karma now that a part of our consciousness is becoming aware? That the truer I am to myself, the easier it is to fulfill my life choice, and the quieter the hum becomes. There we go. So what is the fear? They're showing me like a young child who has to get out of bed to go to school, and it's as if mom or dad need to come and say, right, I've told you six that this is the last time you need to get out of bed. So it's as if they need that push or the scolding to do the last movement. What fear are you holding on to? Would you become lazy, complacent, too relaxed? What is the fear if you don't have this underlying tension? Like the inner limit. There we go. Brilliant. Quantum consciousness, can we integrate the authentic self and create a huge change in my storyline and allow me to make different choices? There we go. Okay. So the last core structure, they're saying it's denial. What hum? Don't feel any. So denial of the hum, or anywhere where you are in denial. And it's not a judgment. It's not a It's just, where do I hide? Because I think I can't deal with it. There we go. Quantum consciousness, can you see the pattern of denial? There we go. Can you see where that is held in the body? In Spanish, there's a saying, there isn't a worse kind of blindness than that of someone who doesn't want to see. And it's not because we don't want to see, it's because if we see, we become responsible. So it's easier sometimes just to scoot it under the carpet to become denial. And it is a mechanism. So thank you for your service. Quantum consciousness, can you see me allowing myself to step out of denial? As little, as much as I can. There we go. There we go. I can feel it kind of like coming out of the temples, like the side of the brain. It's as if or it could be the tension in the eyes, but allow it to come out of the body where it's been held. Can you see yourself making different choices? There we go. So this meditation, this activation or awareness is about my normal position, which is not necessarily 100% comfortable, but I believe it to be so because I am accustomed to it. If I try and move from there, I will consider it being negative. So this hum will keep me held in this position. So can I become friends with a certain positive tension that will take me out of this hum, out of the norm that is kind of okay. It's like you're kind of healthy. How are you doing? I'm okay, right? So it's a level where I know myself, I believe myself to be, this is my home, this is how I am. And nervousness and excitement are lived by the body in the same sensation. So can I allow myself a certain tension to move away into a better direction to create a new normal. A more comfortable normal, a more enjoyable normal, less noise of the motor. There we go. So quantum consciousness, can you see that anything new is a little bit frightening? Can I believe in myself to bring me into this new state of awareness, step by step? And there we go.